Thank you, everybody. I'm going to talk about something different, not molecular, but very important. It's the number one tool that doctors use worldwide, and it's 50 years old. It's really not anything new coming. So I think all of us are aware that medtech is going to have a big impact on cost of health care. Most people don't realize how much imaging costs. It's a $400 billion ticket in the U.S. every year. And it's old technology. It's not safe technology, and it's not very accurate. So I know most of you have had CTs or MRIs, but this is what we're trying to change. So we're really developing the first 100% safe, low-cost imaging technology. It's 5 times better than MRI. This is what it looks like. The machine on the far lower left is a FDA-cleared breast imaging technology to replace mammography, already successful in blinded trials. The two on the right are open-angle scanners. This will be the first infant scanner ever developed, 100% safe. You can scan your infants every day or twice a day. And the whole-body scanner and orthopedic scanner, which is in the middle. This has been funded by $16 million from the National Institutes of Health. It is a broad-based medical imaging solution, it's FDA cleared. We have lots of patents on it, obviously. We're a revenue stage company, and we're looking to really expand the product line. Again, superior image quality. I'll explain why in just a minute. I think the safety is easy. We use sound just above the spoken word. Bats can hear this energy, so it's very, very safe. And the patients love it, especially the women who don't have to have a mammogram. So additionally, there's no medical imaging procedure that can do whole body real-time imaging. So this can do real-time imaging. It's a great platform for robotics, for any kind of procedure. Big markets, we don't have to talk about that. Everybody knows the medical imaging market is huge. The infant market is a brand new market. We don't know how big that is, but there are almost 10,000 neonatal intensive care units in the U.S. We've been doing this for quite a while. It takes time to develop this. Why are we able to do this? We're able to do this because of video games and NVIDIA. We do 150 trillion calculations for every breast image, so it's very computer intensive. We're really a software company. I'll show you how that works. We have partners in Asia, TCL Healthcare, and in Europe. So we are in those markets right now. What is the technology? Basically, we use low-pressure sound waves and around 0.3 megahertz. Regular handheld ultrasound is 7 to 15 megahertz. We have 2,048 cameras. Those cameras look in 8 horizontal rows to generate what we call a vologram. It's not a tomogram like CT or MRI. The sound goes through the body or through the body part, and we do a unique type of 3D reconstruction. This is the breast imaging thing. This is supposed to be a video, but I guess it won't run. So basically, for the breast, you can see the array goes around the breast. The sound wave goes through it, and we'll just have to not worry about that. This is the first technology that can see down to the level of histology. We can see individual cells with this technology, so it's much, much better than anything that's ever developed, and it just uses sound waves. So you can see the contrast to noise ratio is 5 times better than MRI, and the resolution is 5 times better than 7 Tesla MRI. This on the left is a whole breast section. This is the speed image that we generate with the system. Lots of patents. I'll go through that one. Why is this important? Basically, there's been no modality approved for women's imaging for breast cancer screening in over 50 years. This will be the first one approved, which hope will be approved for general screening next year. 50% of women have dense breasts. Regular technology can't see through those breasts. And 30% of women don't even get their free mammogram because of the complications and the discomfort. Well, what does it look like? The QT scan is on the left. That replaces all the things you see on the right. It replaces the mammogram tomosynthesis, the handheld ultrasound, and the breast MRI. This patient actually had a negative mammogram, negative tomosynthesis, and only a positive MRI after an injection and a 1-hour scan. So For a $300 test on the left, you're replacing about $5,000 worth of women's imaging. It meets all the criteria in terms of higher sensitivity and specificity. It's not automated breast ultrasound. Some of you may know about this. The automated breast ultrasound uses old-fashioned B-mode ultrasound. This is not that at all. It's a completely different type of technology. We've done blinded clinical trials. This is published in Academic Radiology just a couple of months ago. It's a blinded trial against mammography with 16% fewer callbacks and 10% higher sensitivity and specificity. Women love this technology. We have breakthrough device designation, as has been talked about earlier in the sessions. The open angle scanner is the only one in existence. All scanners are circular. They're like donuts or holes where you have to go through it. Having open angle scanning means you can do things like orthopedic procedures. You can do biopsies. You can do any kind of thing you want. You can do robotics. So it's quite novel. For instance, this is on the right. This is an MRI of the human knee. On the left, you can see the QT scan. You can actually see the cartilage. Most people don't realize MRI is blind to cartilage and ligaments and tendons. You can't see them at all. So this is very important. This procedure on the right takes about an hour and costs several $1,000s. This one on the left takes 4 minutes and costs almost nothing. We have showed in all kinds of publications the use of this in whole body imaging and orthopedic imaging. Speed of sound is very important because the speed of sound is different for every tissue, and we're able to determine the tissue type with this technology. This is whole body scanning of a neonatal pig. You can see on the left the actual hairs on the outside of the pig. Those hairs are 100 microns in diameter. The MRI is on the right. There's much more detail, much more soft tissue detail. You can actually see inside the small bowel of this neonatal pig. So whole body imaging, this will be published in the Proceedings of the National Academy very soon. We are a small company, only about 20 people up in San Francisco, but we do have partnerships in both Asia and Europe, and we are selling scanners into those markets. The Asian market's a big one. They don't have anything for women's imaging. They will sell about 10 to 20,000 of our systems there in the next few years. We have revenue stage company. These are the numbers. So we're on track, and we're basically raising money right now for our orthopedic scanner and for our infant scanner. Thank you.